I don't know how they're going to do the link between that one and this one, actually. Or do they just carry on? Episode 2.
I think there's about a 10-minute reprise, isn't there?
Bound to be. Please not. Oh, no.
How's it going? I have not enough power to journey to Rigora.
Oh, I told you, it's a 10-minute
I have
reprise.
drifted too far off course. I will return to the fathership to die.
That means there's less new script to
Die
write
with
for
the
this
rest of my
particular episode.
And my father.
Well, people don't understand lengthy reprises now. They don't realise you have to wait a week to see the next episode. Nowadays, the next episode follows after the commercial break, doesn't
Yep.
it?
Yes.
And is repeated 10 times in that week.
Fathership. What do you mean you're going to die? Please, you must return to your Earth.
Quan, where is your fathership?
It is on the edge
So,
of
Peter, as this is it was your final story, what were your thoughts at this point in terms of what next? And
Well, after this, I think I was signed to Decca Records to sing.
right.
Yes.
But you didn't know it was your last episode.
No, I didn't know. No, it was only because it wasn't going to be.
You've
I think.
heard of Et tu, Brute, haven't you?
I think that was.
Little classical reference there to the death of Julius Caesar.
Well, I would
No,
know.
I don't think
I was
I
doing
don't
all
think-
sorts of things, wasn't I?
I think if they told him he was in for the chop, there'd have been all sorts of ghastly accidents on the set.
Yes, that's true. I did actually.
I think Michael Holloway would have tripped over his own pedal.
That's right. Yeah. Sorry, didn't know.
Difficulty in picking you up.
No, I think because it was a lot of strikes going on. I remember that, and no one really knew if it was going to come back.
can do nothing.
Right. So, had there not been the strikes, there probably would have been more with you. But
Please go quickly.
I
No, I think
remember.
that's quite the wrong inference.
okay.
I think my manager at the time said that they were going to get me back to do 2 episodes, come in,
To actually have a leaving.
leaving thing.
See, yeah.
But that never really.
So
I seem to
you were under
remember.
contract at Decca Records. I've never heard this.
Yeah, you remember I signed it. David Shaw and me.
Well, I know that he poured an inordinate fortune into trying to make a recording star out of you, but I
He
didn't
did,
realise he
yeah.
actually paid. Sorry, that he arranged.
No,
for-
I remember signing the contract to
The unknown.
Decca. What'd you do that for?
Really?
Please, you have no time.
I didn't know
I
that.
had
I seem to remember.
marvellous voice.
Can you hear me?
I seem to
In fact, he
remember.
employed George Martin, didn't he?
He did. Yeah,
And who spent a very frustrating 3 months in the studio trying to make a single.
that's right. I had a few. yeah.
Well, if the infrastructure of marketing was around then that's around today, then you would have been huge because
Well,
it's
yeah.
not now.
Only if you had the talent. That's the only thing I didn't quite have. I had everything else except the voice to sing.
We'd have been a boy band, wouldn't we?
We were. Oh God,
Would
can you
have been.
imagine?
Indeed. But the strikes did compound lots of, I do remember lots of nervousness because we would be filming and someone would pick up a prop that shouldn't have done, and that's it. Out,
All out.
gone, and we'd think, what the hell's going on? And we'd have to go off
Who
into
did
the
strike
canteen.
in the end? Was it wardrobe? Was it
It was the
props?
no, the
Carpenters.
carpenters,
Ah, right, the chippies.
the chippies.
Typical.
What, you mean Karen Carpenter?
Yeah, bless her, she's not here with us anymore.
I know we did have an episode once where they wouldn't paint the floor. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah.
So we had to
Shoot everything up.
realign all the shots so that you couldn't
Lots
show
of low angles.
Yeah.
flawless
I mean,
direction.
can you imagine trying to make television with these kind of silly problems? It's mad.
I thought it was wonderful because we got paid 2 or 3 times over. So had to come back and shoot it all again.
Mhm.
It's wonderful.
Your hair's
I
got a
do
bit
remember-
shorter.
And that's why the hairstyles go and the
Yeah.
clothes
Yeah, that's
change.
You've had a fair
He's
haircut
not
there.
He's not
Nick.
doing my best angles at all.
Ooh.
Oh,
Oh, that's Tiny Tim, isn't it, there, I suspect?
there's Tiny Tim.
Yes.
He's been cremated and there he is in a casket.
We can't get away from it.
You have been sitting up watching these all night to remember that, haven't you?
I did know. I always
Yeah.
remembered that he was in it. And no, that's right, the crystal box.
I have to connect this to the ship's power source.
Oh, it should have one of his.
What is it?
One of his balls. Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's crystal. It should be crystal balls, shouldn't it?
Yes.
Yes, I know. Please
Then you could have seen what was coming, Peter.
You see,
couldn't
that's where the crystal maze came from. You see, we've helped all these wonderful.
Down there.
Oh,
concepts
we were an inspiration, there's no doubt.
Absolutely.
It is quite simple, John. Once you understand the basic principle.
Tim.
Since you all decided to leave me twiddling my thumbs, as it were, whilst
Twiddling
you
my
roamed
balls.
along across the galaxy, I decided to accompany you in spirit, if not entirely in being.
Hey, it's a sort of mini team.
You could put it that way, Mike. I have arranged this
But
device.
they never used it again, did they?
No, a one-off.
Sensible to your jaunting belts, except of course that I
Was one getting him onto the spaceship, I suppose, and speaking.
It's a very cheap way.
Just saved on Dean coming up, I suppose.
Actually, when you look at this, it's a cheap episode, isn't it? Because it's, as I say, it's 4
But
episodes. of the
this
same
one, you
set.
mean, against all the others?
No, but I mean, it's 4 episodes using the same set.
Yeah.
And you paying Roger to still be in the show.
Yes,
I mean,
he was doing well, wasn't he?
No location for
We
him.
need to. Is there any way?
and a dreary Laura Ashley throwaway for Liz.
Yeah,
And
that's
I'm
true.
in the same cosy I was in
Must wait
the
until
previous
we find
series.
Yes, it's all looking quite cheap.
until we reach this father ship that Quan speaks of.
That will be many hours, and then you will face great danger. All of you.
And a wig on his
Can't
head
see any
from,
way out.
Kavanagh
I
QC
feel
or whatever it is.
responsible for the lives of you all. I have much regret.
My expression there is something else like,
Yes.
that's me, I'm thinking about the future. Bloody hell, what do I do now?
Not much to think about.
Not
then.
much, no.
Probably
Bleak.
wondering where Tizer is,
What's wrong
probably.
with your A-suit? With its environmental control, it's about the most comfortable thing you could wear.
It's not uncomfortable. It's just it makes me look like a deep sea diver. And I feel all right, Burke.
If that's all you're worried about, that's easily solved. Use your spectra shift.
Oh.
This has been in before, hasn't it,
Change
I
your
think?
clothes.
It's a sort of instant disguise kit. No, really, all you have to do is think of
Didn't we
how
have
you
Ginger
look
Lefty
like,
turning
and
into
that's what you'll look
a
like.
gorilla in the Roman
No,
episode?
that's right, it's Chris
Yeah.
Chattel, isn't it?
Nowadays, he'd be a transvestite, wouldn't he?
I knew it wouldn't work, Guy.
Well, well.
That's neat.
I remember Mike Holloway at that time had a very advanced watch that didn't have hands on it. Do you remember?
That's right.
And you had to
the
push
red
the button.
LED
Yes, you
one.
had to push the button to read the time. Utterly ridiculous. You needed 2 hands just to tell what time it was.
But very
But it was so
fashionable.
trendy and
Yeah.
fashionable, wasn't it?
You're absolutely right. I bought it in Richmond.
You did, and it cost you an entire episode's wages.
No, in those days it cost about 60 quid.
That's what I mean, yeah.
That's two episodes.
Including repeats and foreign sales.
And rehearsal.
Yeah. But I did make the point at the time, didn't I? That it was daft. You had to use 2 hands to tell the time.
Join Satan in the spirit world.
You still
the
got
novelty,
it? Oh, you still got
wasn't
it. Look, there it is.
Should be a divine ruler.
Oh, it should be a divine ruler.
Just go and check the instruments.
You've had enough.
Communicate with your father now.
No, he alone has the power. He found me through the spirit of Satan. He gave
We
me
sit on
power.
this spaceship for quite a lot of
He's
this.
bringing me back.
In fact,
Yeah.
all of it, don't we?
No, as I say, it's cheapo time.
That's a shame. No outside shots.
This isn't Vic Hughes directing, is it?
This is
It's
Roger.
Roger
Roger
directing.
Roger's
directing.
directing, yeah, because I do remember that Vic, I think, had the last compounding awful mission of making 2 episodes in 2 days or something, and the budget just wasn't there to
right.
get the job done. I think you would remember more about that than I would.
We'll come to that
I
later.
will appeal to the spirit of Satan.
Let's think of
He will
stimulating and
solve
exciting things to say about this dreary
No, it's
He's
a
a good
think-
actor, Stephen Garlick, isn't he? We said that.
It's a thinking episode. This is. You've got to
Really.
look at that wonderful shot of that shuttle there.
Look, Elizabeth.
You see the guy in the background running with
Yeah,
it on a stick.
Yeah.
Ah.
Oh,
Oh, more yellow
They often
CSO.
use that little ew noise, don't they? It's like the knife scene out of Psycho. Do you know what I mean? When she's being knifed. Do you know maybe that squeaky noise?
So we get spaceships.
oh, this is the
No, no, it
mothership.
doesn't.
yeah.
Oh, that's the black
Starship.
hole behind it, isn't it? Yeah.
The great hole in the sky.
I do remember in rehearsals all these awful jokes about this black hole because the line came up so many times.
It has no substance.
Of course, if it was a real black hole, you wouldn't be able to see it at all.
That's very true.
True. That would make it even drearier episode.
Yes, it would.
Wouldn't it? Black.
But I,
Good. Soon we shall go aboard the
I
father.
wonder if Shakespeare's been translated into that particular language.
Were they just making it up, or were those lines actually scripted?
No, if you listen to it, he certainly says the same thing twice.
Oh, right.
Yes.
I take it back.
Can you analyze the nature of that hole in the sky, Tim?
I am not able to scan it in my present form, John.
Let's have the whole story. Then.
Records of any other similar phenomenon.
You're looking very
Yeah,
bold,
I'm looking
Peter.
really. I'm obviously
really in deep thought there.
really not happy.
Tim's help, we might be able to do something to help him.
You're thinking, how much longer?
How much can we go on?
Soon you will see.
Like the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the whole truth.
Oh,
Oh, look,
I
isn't that
see.
nice?
Yeah, puts it in proportion.
There we
doesn't it?
go.
That's
Yes.
a big old
Yeah.
mothership.
that was
Yeah.
quite good, wasn't
Yes.
it?
Oh.
Very
That
nice.
makes sense of that then.
I kept looking at John like, all right.
In a broken underground
new
train,
people?
isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like you're looking at him
Who are these
thinking,
people?
you
We've
know.
never seen these before.
Yeah, you know.
Well, you've just docked with the father ship.
It's like I'm doing a kit inspection. Oh, I see.
So they've meeting you.
Why don't they have the woolly hats?
How long have we got to wait?
That's their undercast.
Oh,
Once again, not allowed to speak, of course.
All is not well.
Dad's
all?
My
sick.
father wishes to speak with you. He has absorbed your earth language from me. Please come.
There's Geoffrey.
Bless him.
So for Geoffrey, this would be after Catweasel, but before Wurzelgamage, I suspect. Is that right?
Not sure.
So,
Oh, Catweasel was before, yeah.
yeah.
I am Tirayan. I discern that you are friends.
How old was he there, do you reckon, Geoffrey Belden? Because I thought he was about 60 then. And he's still going strong, isn't
He's
he?
80 now.
He's 80 now,
Yeah,
is he?
so
But I cannot welcome you here with
So it would have been about
happiness.
50.
My son will
Another
have
sort
told you
of
the dangers.
British character actor in so many things. I'd worked with
We
him
have
before Tomorrow
only
People.
2 of your
In some
days
school,
left.
public school
Then
story.
we shall be
Ah.
gone.
The
He
throughput
was-
of wonderful actors through the
Forever.
Tomorrow People was quite impressive, wasn't
Yes,
it?
it was. Amazing how many out-of-work
Tarn
actors
has
were prepared to go in it.
I no longer am in control. He has taken over by force.
I think they recognised it was going to be a cult programme in about 35 years' time.
Indeed.
Did you?
Vaktan and the other chiefs.
Vaktan, yes, I remember.
That's
yeah.
it.
Yes, he was a sucker, wasn't he,
From our
Vaktan?
planet that they might kill us.
Oh,
Yes. They planned first to take over this fathership.
Actually, when you look at his face, he is young there, isn't he?
Regardless.
There's no wrinkles on his face, and this was pre-plastic
Now
surgery
that
days.
we are being drawn towards the great hole,
But Geoffrey Belden's one of those actors
That
who
has failed.
specialised in playing
Old people,
Yeah.
like Clive Dunn, yeah.
much older than himself.
Oh,
yes, I remember him.
Yes, I remember him too.
Now, for some reason, I didn't like him.
The Zapata moustache. Well, I think he'd sussed your acting, hadn't he?
Yeah, we were better
Early
than he
on.
was.
He was a Royal Shakespeare Company player, wasn't he?
he looks like that type.
What are you staring at? Push off.
That's why he didn't like me.
Yeah.
It was method acting,
Insolent
Mike.
little
That's
git
why you
that
were
you
you were into
were.
the character.
You should not have come here.
We came here to help.
Peter's nodding.
Yes, yes, I agree.
Come on, what's happening?
Cool, what's happening?
We're being manhandled.
my son,
The old karate chop.
Wasn't a very convincing chop,
No,
though,
it wasn't.
was it, really?
Really have a lot
Not
of
as convincing as the chop that befell Peter.
That was very convincing. Is that it? Oh.
Oh. It's bringing him round.
he will be all right now.
I don't like the look of that Vaktan character.
We never had any sort of good fight scenes, did we, in the Tomorrow People, actually, looking back on these? No,
There were a
big
few sword
stunt
fight
things,
things.
did we,
Because the
really?
Tomorrow People can't kill.
That's true.
No, but with protection, you know, there's a lot.
There was some sword fighting in the Roman one. Which
Was
Yeah,
there?
we did quite a bit of sword
Did you?
fighting. And
We'll be working on the ship's energy reactors. They hope to break the pull from the hole and escape.
you're stuck
Who's
in it.
sniggerings?
Sorry you are all involved.
So the sets included in Studio 2, the lab, and this.
Been at the Brilliantine, hasn't he, that guy?
Tirayan now. Comfortable, I hope.
Vaktan,
Free-
you have served
That's
me
outfits
many
come out of the
years.
Gladiators, hasn't it?
Tony Blake 7.
What sort of a planet is this? There's only 1 or 2 people.
Because you are in our way. We, the chiefs of Ragora, are tired of the old ways of peace. We must expand. With our superior knowledge, we can conquer the whole of our galaxy.
That's
We
it.
are the superior
Taking the piece.
beings. We must fight. We must grow.
You are wrong, Vaktan. You never truly grow through fighting.
There you go, that's why we don't fight, you see?
Nothing can stop.
Yeah.
Soon, we will escape from the pull of this hole in the sky. And when we escape, then you will all die.
You won't escape from that hole, not without our help. We have the knowledge you
Why can't they escape in the little ship?
Exactly.
And why does he have to wait for us to escape before he kills them?
Not known to us.
Yeah, that's right.
You
Yes, right, isn't it?
I have some.
save the fathership.
Yes. I need to look at the past.
Am I missing some plot here? I mean, does he rely on Geoffrey Belden to rescue him before he kills him? Why doesn't he just kill him? Save us another 2 dreary episodes.
Is it 2?
Is there 4 on
There's
this?
4 in this story.
Good heavens.
You will all be released.
Release all of us? Tirayan and the others?
It's a collector's item, though, isn't it, really?
If you save the father ship, then you will all be
You've got the arms up there, PVC.
I know, yeah.
There you go.
Not had a lot to say in this.
No, I get further back. And then the
door
hook.
soon, won't you?
Yeah, and then the door opens, I fall out, and that's it.
Mind you, you're more in it than Taito.
Well, he's not in it at all. I thought he was.
No.
You've got some good moves there, though, Peter.
Have I?
Yeah, hands on your hips.
Yeah.
The last 5 minutes.
It would have been better if they had not gone.
I don't agree. Oh, doing a calculation?
I don't understand this.
John, we're getting nearer.
Yes, I know.
Getting closer and closer.
Hurry! Time is short.
How's it going, Tim?
I shall need further data on the maximum thrust of the ship's energy reactors, John.
Okay, Tim, stand by. I'm getting it for you now.
No bleeps. They couldn't even put bleeps.
Sure we can trust him, Vectan, or whatever his name is.
He has made his oath. He cannot change that.
How much longer?
You can?
In one more of your days, we shall have passed from the galaxy, through the hole, into what?
Perhaps into...
Into a new story.
Oblivion or back
What are
again?
they doing? I don't think I fancy Oblivion very much.
John, what happened?
Well, can you do it?
So, Mike, while you were doing the Tomorrow People, you were still presumably pursuing Flintlock. And
Indeed. I mean,
Why did the word oblivion make you start talking about
I said nothing about that.
a line of question to get the conversation going. I was frequently in one studio filming Pauline's Quirks. Oh, you must be joking. And then bouncing across to Studio 2, where we were most frequently with the Tomorrow People, filming this, which I did find, looking back, a bit inconsiderate, quite frankly, because
Yeah, it shows in your
I
performance.
wasn't really enjoying the process of
Overstretched.
working in those 3 different environments, because we were also doing Fanfare.
Right.
If you remember that series, Nick, but we were doing Fanfare, the music show. We had some lovely performers on there, Tristan Fry, and it was quite a stressful time. I remember. To be honest, this particular moment in my sort of young career of acting wasn't very enjoyable.
Right, so not really
I found
happy
it
memories.
stressful. I found it stressful, but only for about 6 months because I was bouncing the ball between the 2 things.
When I realised that...
So later on in Tomorrow People, where you were more focused on that.
Exactly.
The other things weren't
because,
happening as much.
You know, the group, like most things do, the bubble lasted for 3 years. This lasted for 4 to 5. So, you know, this kind of took over. And Flintlock obviously faded out, which is what happens in the pop industry, unless you're the Rolling Stones.
I'm filled with a great sorrow.
So was Flintlock formed for the TV show? Or
No, do you know, that's a really good question. And to put the records right, it wasn't, absolutely not. We were spotted at a charity concert at the Popular Civic Theatre Bow, which is now a council office. That's where Roger saw us.
How did you form then? Who put it together?
We basically were school friends, myself and John, the guitarist. We formed the group through a music college we went to on Saturday morning at the Robert Clack School. And that's where we met Jamie, John and Derek, who became the band. We were called the Young Revival. The name was changed to Flintlock because they liked the idea of the gun. But the group was solid before the TV.
First, I need the answers to some questions.
Good question, and a lot of people assume that we were
You've
put
put the
together
record straight there.
for the show, but that wasn't the case, genuinely.
Perhaps, but it may be necessary to boost its power.
Well, is it possible to transfer enough energy reactor cells?
But it
from the
also
father
launched
ship
a
to the shuttlecraft
more
in order to
interesting
generate
theme of story than the black hole.
power? I want you to
In the heart of Sodom.
As anything would.
Would.
The Black Hole of Calcutta was more interesting than this one.
Then there's nothing I could do.
Don't go for his
But why-
hairdo at all, do you? Look at that. It looks like one of those men who combs the strands of hair over a ball patch.
Very nice.
You can't keep your eyes off it though. You can't listen to what he's saying. You're like,
It's like a tin head.
But the fans ask a lot of questions about this particular block
because
for some reason.
What, Into the Unknown?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, why did you make it?
Why did
Yeah,
they do it? What was the point?
And can it be marketed as a sleeping tablet?
Yes, please.
Probably because it's a
I
bit of an
thought it was a
oddity.
bit more exciting than this, I must admit.
Yes, you were quite championing this.
Yeah, I thought I was. But
Peter.
obviously, no.
Look, hands on the hip again.
Hands on it.
Better than one hand on the hip, I suppose.
Ooh,
Look at that.
wow.
It's
White
been as a white.
Yes.
Yes, that town has kept
Is that
its word.
passage of time? Is that what we had that for?
Don't know. Don't remember ever seeing a wipe in the programme.
That's where the budget
We've
went.
taken the energy reactors from the father ship. Its power is much less. They will not catch us. We are much faster.
It's really bad, that standing in front of a blue screen. And
So it's
there's
going all
disaster
over the
like
place,
it's on
isn't it?
fire, Yeah. I mean, the dispositions are slightly differently. There
Was
was
it blue or yellow they've got?
that sort of sloppy thing that
When we get
was
back to Earth,
spoiled it, I
we'll
think.
send you both back to Agora by matter transporter, in the fraction of time it would take to get there by your own father ship.
I do not understand.
They have special powers to return us home, Father. We can trust them.
Yeah.
Wonder what's happening.
Trust the one on the right.
Strange shot walking right past the camera.
Soon have it fixed. Are you sure you can do it, Tim? Jaunt me to the shuttlecraft.
It will be dangerous.
See, that was very clever, wasn't it? Just a little nod.
Yes,
That's
I
it.
yeah.
The two can surge a
And the eye movement, very nice.
exactly the right second.
Right.
Very good.
Oh, they must have been playing that back for you to do that. Perfectly timed.
What of the father ship?
When you have launched the shuttlecraft, then I will save the father ship.
I didn't have any problem with this
Very
girl at
well.
all, actually. I don't know why he didn't like you. Or was that just paranoia?
Yeah. One of those things.
Stand by, Tim.
Well, the man's just appeared in the back. Where's he going?
It's got to get some coffee.
How obvious is that? Where are you off to?
Saving your ship. There.
Oh.
The father
I knew that
ship is
pop
yours.
song would come in handy.
Yep, now you're out of the ship.
Yeah.
Ship. We have control.
And now he's going to renege on his promise, isn't he?
I have kept my word.
Saw this
There
random.
is the shuttlecraft.
Does he
At least it
attack
wasn't
it?
made out of a paper cut from the canteen, like the other
Like the
spaceship.
Medusa strain one, yes.
Your knowledge, there are still things to be done.
Oh, no, not this time. Now, Tim, now.
Aha!
That was a bit of a different effect. wasn't it?
Yes.
Oh, very nice. Oh,
Can't.
he's struggling.
Tim's a smoking.
You're not so well, are you? Oh, goodness.
Yeah, yes. You see, those shoes have never been worn.
He looks awful.
How much did you pay to be able to say that line?
I made it.
Well, old Tim didn't though. Tim
Tim
Fox.
I thought you said
It's finished. At least we're free.
John, he tricked
Tim, at least we're free.
us for the father ship as he promised, but
This ship doesn't respond to the controls. It's been fixed.
The controls are locked. We're straight on course for that big hole in the sky. There's nothing we can do to stop it.
Nodded off.
Oh, he's gone.
Well,
You had the
well.
dramatic last line.
All towards the
You had the
hole.
last line there, PVC. That's pretty good.
It's like a dum-dum.
So you literally did fall asleep during this run.
Yeah.
On the floor.
One of my lines as well, yeah. Who else? Even garlic.
Brian Coleman, there we are.
I always thought there was more people in this one.
More what?
More people. Obviously, I could see them. They weren't there.
Ruth Boswell, that's another name, yes.
She did the whole lot as well, didn't she?
I was going to say, did she
She
go all the way
did a
through?
lot of
She
them.
did all of them.
And they did Ruth and Roger not really get on?
I think they got on all
I think
right.
they've got on all right,
Can't
yeah.
remember.
Well, she was producer, he was director, so on writers, so they had that.
Certainly wasn't ruthless with her.